Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be making cheesy bacon wrapped chicken thighs. I came across this recipe from the smokingmeats.com website. The author of the website, Jeff Phillips, he has some great material out there for any of you guys out there looking for some more recipes or just kind of tips on the art of smoking. I'll be sure to add the link below in the description of the exact recipe. So what we will be working with today is, first off, we've got the meat here. The original recipe calls for boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And just as an experimentation, I'm going to try out some skinless, boneless chicken breast as well. Just kind of want to see the difference in the final product, if I have a preference on one way or the other. What we're going to be doing with these chicken breasts at first, we're going to put them in a brine mixture. That mixture is going to contain buttermilk and kosher salt. We're going to let that soak for 2, 3, 4 hours. After the chicken is done brining, we are going to put some of Jeff's original rub on the chicken breast, as well as inside we're going to put some white cheddar cheese. And then we're going to wrap that all up, and we're going to put bacon around the outside. A quick note here on the rub. The recipe can be found out at smokingmeats.com as well. There's a small fee for it, but I highly recommend it. It's got a nice, sweet, hot flavor to it, and yeah, it's great stuff. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. Let's go ahead and start washing up the chicken, and we'll get the brine going. Now that we have the meat all washed up here, I'm going to go ahead and mix the brine together. If you're following the original recipe, a heads up here that I'm actually cutting it in half, just because I don't think I have as much chicken as what the recipe called for. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a quart of butterfat milk. And then we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of kosher salt. Go ahead and mix the two together. All right, should be all set. I'm just going to go ahead and trim up some of the fat off some of these thighs here. Most of them look pretty good, but a few of them had a little extra that I wanted to trim off here. But once they're done, just go ahead and plop them in there. They're all trimmed and we have placed it inside the brine mixture. We're going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator for 2-3 hours, and yeah, we'll just let them kind of hang out in there. So it's been a few hours now. The chicken was in the fridge soaking in the brine, and I went ahead and washed off the chicken and patted it dry with a paper towel, just to kind of make it a little bit easier to work with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put the rub inside of each thigh and on the breast. I'm going to go ahead and put some rub on the inside here. As you'll notice, I'm trying to keep my right hand here clean and not touch the chicken. Don't be afraid to go ahead and load that up. Like I said, it primarily depends on what kind of rub you're using. This rub here doesn't have a whole lot of salt in it. So we got the rub on all the chicken now. We're just gonna let this kind of hang out here for 5 to 10 minutes or so until it kind of gets a little wet look to it. The alternative, what you could also do is we can go ahead and put these back into another dish with the rub on it and kind of let it soak, marinate for a couple more hours. But for this demonstration, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the quicker version. It's been about 5 minutes now. As you can see, we got kind of a wet textured look to them. That's exactly what we want to see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping these things. Just a quick note, if you want, you could also add jalapenos or any type of pepper that you like with the cheese. And I'm not a real big jalapeno guy, so I'm just gonna do the cheese. Then from there, we're just gonna wrap it in bacon. You can go ahead and give it a little bit of a tug to help stretch it. And then we'll take one more slice and go the other way to kind of keep all the cheese and the good stuff held inside. We got those all wrapped up now. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off my hands here really quick, and I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit more rub. So we should be all set now. I got the chicken all wrapped up in bacon, added a little extra rub on top to kind of top things off here. So before we go out to the grill, I just want to kind of talk to you about what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be cooking these guys at about 250 degrees until we reach an internal temp of about 165. I'm guesstimating that it'll take around an hour and a half to 2 hours. However, I'm not going by time, I'm going by the temperature inside, especially since we're working with poultry. We want to make sure that we get to that 165 degree mark. So yeah, so we should be all set here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys back in the fridge, and then we'll go ahead and let's go get the smoker ready. according to my thermometer here, it looks like we're approaching that 250 mark, what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken on the grill here. So all right, guys. So I got all the chicken out here on the grill right now. We can go ahead and let that smoke for a while, like I mentioned earlier. Should be about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. One quick tip. I would highly recommend putting a disposable tin foil pan underneath the chicken there. Since we are working with bacon, there's quite a bit of grease that comes with it. Just kind of helps with the cleanup of the smoker and just kind of keep things tidy there. So, well, we'll check in here in about an hour or so. It's been just over an hour now. You can see the chicken is sitting at about 140 degrees, and my actual smoker is about 235. It's been a little bit windier than what it was a little earlier, so it's been a little bit tougher to keep that temp up, but we're still chugging along here. So let's go ahead and check out and see what we got so far. We'll go ahead and let that cook a little bit longer. It might be probably 45 minutes or so if I had to guess. And we're looking again for that 165 degree temp. I do have the temperature probe in the breast since it is the larger of the meat, but I'll have to individually check each one to make sure that that they're all at that 165 mark once we get there. So stay tuned. So it's been about 2 hours now, and I got the alarm that we're at 165 degrees. I went ahead and already checked each one to make sure that was true, and sure enough it was. So yeah, so I think we're. Alrighty, so now we're back inside. Got the finished product here. As you can see, we've got the thighs over here, and then the chicken breast on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and cut open one of each and give her a quick test. Looks pretty good. The thigh is great, very good. It's got a lot of flavor. Taste that cheese and the rub. It's a good mix there. Go over here and try the breast real quick. It's also very good, very good. Yeah, both the thighs and the breasts are both very good. I don't know which one I'd prefer better. Both fantastic, probably more of a personal preference if you prefer white or dark meat, but overall turned out great. So I highly recommend it. Just a quick recap on what we did. We purchased some boneless, skinless chicken thighs and breast, and we went ahead and put some white cheddar cheese inside, wrapped it with bacon, and cooked it out on the Weber Smoky Mountain with cherry wood at about 250 degrees, a little less than that, and took just over 2 hours. So yeah, I think everything turned out great, and so I'd encourage you to give it a try. If you liked what you've seen here, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments, questions, please feel free to do so. I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, thanks again for joining. Bye.